Assalamualaikum and hello to Madam Akma and all my friends. Today my group will be present about the responsibilities of employee and their trade union as stipulated in the Section 7 of Industrial Relations Act 1967. In this presentation, we will briefly explain on the definition of industrial relation and we will go through to the objective of trade union under Section 7, the responsibilities of employee under Section 7 of Industrial Relations Act 1967, and lastly, we will conclude this presentation with a conclusion. My name is Nurul Izzah binti Mat Salihuddin and I'm as the first presenter. I will start this presentation with the introduction of Industrial Relations Act 1967. Industrial Relations Act 1967 is an act to promote and maintain industrial harmony and to provide for the regulation of the relation between employers and workmen and their trade unions and the prevention and settlement of any difference or dispute arising from their relationship and generally to deal with trade dispute and matters arising therefrom. The word relation refers to the interaction that exists between employees and management that is directly or indirectly related to the union-employer relationship. Industrial relations are the relationship between employees and employers within the organizational setting. The field of industrial relations looks at the relationship between management and workers, particularly groups of workers represented by a union. Industrial relations are basically the interaction between employers, employee, and the government, and the institution and association through which such interactions are mediated. Industrial relations include all facets of the employment relationship such as human resource management, employee relation, and union management interaction. Accordingly, industrial relation pertains to study and practice of collective bargaining, trade unionism, and labor management relation, while human resource management is a separate, largely distinct field that deals with non-union employment relationship and the personal practice and policy of employers. Industrial relations also include the processes through which these relationships are expressed, such as collective bargaining, workers' participation, decision-making, and grievance and dispute settlement, and the management of conflict between employers and workers and trade union when it arises. Next, moving on the objective on trade union under Section 7. The first objective is to secure for workers better working conditions. Trade unions are autonomous, membership-based organizations of workers that represent and bargain on their behalf. They give advice when their members have problems at work, represent members in discussion with employers, and help improve working conditions by negotiating with employers. Unions also make sure that their members' legal rights are enforced. Trade union will build trust among the workforce union, provide a mechanism for dialogue between workers and employers, which help build trust and commitment among the workforce and ensure that problems can be identified and resolved quickly and fairly. Recognizing a union also means there is a single point of contact for negotiating terms and conditions for workers, which is simpler, more efficient for the employer and fairer than dealing with workers individually. It also provides members with access to learning and skills to assist them in accessing education and training, which is a top goal for unions. According to research, union negotiations have a constant beneficial influence on the volume and variety of training supply to employees. In turn, higher skilled employees bring productivity benefit for employers. Unions help build high trust workplace where workers are healthier, better skilled, and more be able to resolve grievances of all which lead to a more committed and productive workforce. Union can also help maintain productivity during periods of employer innovation of collective bargaining agreements, provide an important means of consulting with workers over change and reducing the chances of staff resistance. The second objective is to secure bonus of the workers from profit of the enterprise or organization. A bonus is a monetary award given to an employee in recognition of his or her contribution to the organization. The primary goal of giving bonus is to distribute the organization earnings among its employees and staff members. Trade unions use bonus to engage the employees and boost productivity. Increased motivation ensuring the employees with a bonus may motivate them to work harder and contribute more. Consider setting performance goals for the staff to work toward before giving a bonus. For instance, if a small payroll accounting software business, it could issue a bonus for staff who have increased their sales by 10% over the previous 12 months. The bonus provides an incentive for employees to reach the goal. It is an optimal time to start new project or give employees extra responsibility after a bonus. Morale is high with staff eager to contribute. As a result, it instantly fosters friendly rivalry among employees. Use incentive to encourage friendly among staff. Unions might provide a bonus to the month's top performer. For example, if employee own a financial planning business, reward the employee who secures the most assets under management for the month. Offer bonus that facilitate competition on a regular basis to keep each employee striving for excellence. Friendly competition among the team is likely to have a positive impact on productivity as staff members increase their output in the attempt to receive the bonus. Send to employees a weekly update on each team member's performance to keep the competition active throughout the month. Competing for a monthly bonus creates fun and buzz within the organization, lifting morale as well as recognizing the key contributors. Employee bonus bring multiple advantages to the organization that have the potential to improve its operating efficiency. That's all from me. I will pass this presentation to the next presenter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Umira Azza binti Wisri. I'm going to present about the objective of trade union, which is 2.3, to improve the economic loss of worker by securing them better wage. The goal of a trade union is to help worker to improve their economic situation by achieving better salaries. Through collective bargaining with employers, trade union seek to maintain and enhance the term and condition of workers, particularly those who are unions member. For most worker, the wage is one of the most significant parts of a job, which enable employees to earn a living from their labor. They also create incentive for employees to be protective and loyal. Workers' wage, in a broader sense, fuel the economics, which also with many source of income, such as government subsidies and investment income, are the principle of source of income for worker, which pay for necessity like rent, a mortgage, foods and utility costs. Worker with a higher wage can afford a more luxurious lifestyle than those with lower wage. Minimum wage rules ensure that all workers are paid enough to cover their basic needs, and that business are not able to exploit employees. This is why it is critical for trade unions to keep their employees by paying them a wage that is proportionate with the amount of labor they accomplish. This is to bring comfort to their subordinate in order to boost their productivity. The National Trade Union of Bank Employees in Malaysia NUPS, for example, is responsible for improving the economics of worker by offering better wage. One of NUP's goal is to control the interaction between employers and employees in terms of salary, wage, and working condition, as well as to work to resolve any conflict in a fair and peaceful manner. We can observe that trade unions are concerned about their employees' economic well-being by offering them higher wage. Employees are able to live a better life as a result of the support provided, which is in keeping with the trade union's goal of improving workers' terms and circumstances. Next, 2.4 to secure for the workers better safety and healthy welfare. The last objective of trade union are to secure for the worker better safety and health welfare. This is to make sure that workers have good condition to do their work. One of the top concern for trade union has been to improve working condition. Indeed, there have been advancement in the sector, such as a significant reduction in work-related accident in the industry work, change in working practice, and awareness of the human aspect in industry. This is to safeguard the safety of employees while they work and to avoid any unwelcome events that will place a burden on them. There is no more natural function of a union than to protect its members' healthy and safety. This is why people join labor unions and why they stay in them. This is a fact. The workplace need to be safe. This is because union will not allow employees to put their life in danger in order to reach production goals or save money for the corporation. Those who are at danger are the only one with the moral power to assess risk, and the only way to be heard is to form a union. Employees can feel confident saying no to dangerous employment without fear of losing their jobs if they have union support. This is because unsafe employment that jeopardizes one's healthy and safety is discouraged. Trade unions fight relentlessly to guarantee that workers' healthy and working conditions are such that they can continue to work in the sector. Furthermore, to ensure worker safety, unions can receive information on healthy and safety issue from all the workers by consulting with employees on the degree of standards to be followed and monitoring their implementation without jeopardizing any particular employee's job. Union safety representative, on the other hand, must be aware of workplace risks and engage with employees and management to foster a work environment in which hazards are detected, removed, or effectively regulated before issue arise. This is to avoid any injuries, particularly those affecting employees' health from employee healthy from occurring as a result of a failure to recognize dangers in the workplace. Chemical danger, for example, chemical contacts, inhalation injuries were among the workplace incident documented. Factory chemical are hazardous and may cause injury if not properly protected. That's all from me. Thank you.
Greetings to the lecturer. My name is Sibisrola Besnelli, and today I will present about responsibilities of employee under Section 7 of Industrial Relations Act 1967. The first responsibility of an employee based on Section 7 of Industrial Relations Act 1967 is an employee should not try to persuade the other employees to join or refrain from joining a trade union during working hours at business place of the employer. But an employee may persuade others employee if they have consent from the employer. This means that an employee must not influence other employees to take part in or refrain from joining a union without the consent of the employer, though they can persuade if the persuasion is done by employees of the same level and in any way that does not interfere with their normal duties. This means that employee can persuade others if they are on the same level and without interference with their tasks. Furthermore, according to Section 7 of Industrial Relations Act 1967, the responsibility of employee is to not threatening or intimidating other employees or any person to become or to refrain or continue or stop becoming a member or an officer of trade union. This means that an employee must not force and intimidate any person to become a member of a trade union if they do not wish to join. Other than that, it also means that every employee should not threaten any persons who want to join a trade union to refrain from becoming their member. Furthermore, it also means that an employee must not intimidate any person to continue becoming a member of trade union if they want to stop. Besides, it also means that any employee should not force any employee of a trade union to quit if they had no intention to quit becoming a member of a trade union. Basically, it means that every employee must not force others to do anything that they do not want to do. Those are some of the
Hi and
responsibilities
Assalamualaikum.
of
My name
employee
is Naira
under
Natasha
Section 7
binti
of
Muhammad
Industrial
Zaiki and
Relations
I'm
Act
the last presenter.
1967.
I will present
The other
about the
responsibility will be
responsibility
presented by
of
another
employee
presenter.
under
Thank you.
Section 7 of Industrial Relations Act 1967. The last responsibility of employee is to not induce any person to refrain from becoming or cease to be a member officer of a trade union by conferring or offering to confer on any person or by pursuing or offering to be pursues any advantage. Each representative or manager has a decent installment and stipends if present. The HR department in any organization should be available to the employee to shelter them in case of dispute and also to educate them about their right and responsibility in each stage. Trade unions are another section present in a work environment. A trade union is present in order to move the employees' requirement to the high authority in case or high or any other facility needed. In conclusion, the Industrial Relations Act 1967 is an act to promote and maintain industrial harmony and provide the regulation of the relation between employee and workmen and their trade union. It also provides the prevention and settlement of any difference or dispute arising from their relationship, and generally to deal with trade dispute and matter arising therefrom. That's all. Thank you.